TechlifyHR comes with a full-fledged training module. And what this module does is that it allows you to track your employees' courses, their learnings that they need to do, their development, their progress assessment, certificates, and so on. So let's walk through this module with some examples. And one of the core concepts is courses. So these are the different courses or the different trainings that an employee can take. So let's add a few here. So one that all of our employees would need to take would be the TechlifyHR Employee Self-Service. And this course is for each employee to learn how to use the TechlifyHR mobile app to apply for leaves, view their pay slips, etc. And you also have hosts, so you have a list of hosts within the system. And of course, Techlify is the host for this course, but we don't see Techlify here. So to add a host, you just click the plus option there. So Techlify. We'll just put our address as the description. All right, so I've added a host, and that there is really how you add a course and how you specify who is the host or who's the instructor of the course. Right now, once you have a course, you can then specify, hey, who are the employees that need to do this course? And there are several ways that you can do that. Right, so let's go and view the course. When you're viewing a course, you'll see some summary information, so the course completion percentages, the number of employees. You'll see the basic course information. There's also a notes section for you to add any notes and information to the course. And then the main part that we're looking at is the employees. So let's go ahead and add employees to the course. And we just mentioned that all of our team members need to do this course. So I'll go ahead and add all of our employees. And we can also specify other information now. So when you add an employee to a course, the concept there is called a training. We're creating a training for this employee. So we have a course, we have the host, which is the company that hosts it, and then a training is an employee doing a course, right? So within the training, you can specify who's the instructor. So Joshua, actually, Chekram Prasad, and the venue. And then when are we starting this course, right? So let's assume for simplicity that we'll start this course on the 1st of June. And again, you can specify, okay, how long will this course take in hours, days, and months, days, and hours. And this is a 4-hour course, so we'll just go ahead and hit save. So now you'll see a couple of things. One, you see that, okay, these employees have been added to the course. You'll see their progress percentage, and you'll see their status within the course. And then there's even a further option to view the training, right? So what is a training? So if I view the training, you'll better understand here that it's each employee taking a course has a training record. So this is the training for Jimmy 008 for the TechlifyHR Self Service course. This is the training. So here you're able to track and add all information about Jimmy's participation in this course. So you can add progress tracking for Jimmy, you can add notes for Jimmy, and even assessments, and we'll delve into these concepts later on. But before that, let's now take a look back at our dashboard. You'll see data being populated here. And let's do 2 more things. There are 2 more courses that we want to add. So the TechlifyHR Payroll Training is another course, and we'll see Techlify is now an option here. I'm going to hit save. And then there's a third course that our team members must do, which is HSSE In Construction. And this is for our engineering team. And let's just say that Action Coach, Action Invest hosts this course. All right, so we'll go ahead and save. And of course, the payroll training will have our finance team do the payroll training. Now that we've added this course, if I go back to trainings here, again, you'll see, okay, each employee for their course record is shown up here. And I had shown you earlier that from a course page, and let's go to the TechlifyHR Employee Self-Service, you can add employees. You can also add them from this training page. So if I come to this training page and I click plus, I can say, hey, let's add, and let me just take a step back and see who are our payroll, our finance team members. So Jenny, Jimmy, and John are our finance team members. So I can say, hey, add Jenny to payroll training, and Prasad is the host, and the venue is and then we can also specify that, let's say this course was started on the 8th, right? That's when it started, and it's 2 4-hour sessions, so 8 hours. You'll notice, let me put 8 here, yeah. You'll notice a couple of other things. You can specify if the course is already completed. If not, you can also specify when a completion is due. So let's say it's the 8th and the 15th, so this completion is due on the 16th. And if this team member need to retake this course on a yearly basis, here you're able to specify, hey, when does this expire? And if you set expiration, TechlifyHR takes care of notifying you. Also, if this is a course that has already started and there's some progress, you're able to specify a default progress percentage, but we'll go ahead and save without that. All right, and now you'll see that, hey, for Jenny, she is taking 2 courses. Let's just start by employees, right? She's taking the employee self-service and the payroll training. So this is how you can also add employees to a course. But let's just take the shortcut here and go to payroll training. We need to add 2 more employees, Jimmy and John. So I'll say, hey, John and Jimmy, you got added here. Chetram is your instructor. And similar to Jenny, this course starts on the 8th. It's due to be completed by the 16th. And yeah, I'll hit save. So there we go. We've built out the team members taking the payroll training. The other course that we just added was the HSSE In Construction. And this course needs to be taken by all of our engineering team members. So if I come here, I see John, Mana, and Pat are all engineering team members. So I'll go ahead and add them here. And let's see, John, Mana, and Pat. Okay, there we go. And we'll say the instructor is Dr. Durga. The venue is Action Coach. And let's just say this course already also started on 4th of May. So I'll hit save. Note that you don't need to enter a completion date, rather. And this here is, a general idea of how you would go about building out a course and understanding who are the team members that are in a course and how you add team members to a course. Now, before I close, I wanted to add 2 things. One is note. So, for example, this course is a practical. So this is a practical course. Please all walk with your employees have personal protective equipment. So we'll save, and that's a note on the course. Now, keep in mind that the note on the course differs from the note on an employee's record, right? So an employee's training record, rather. So the course is for notes on the course is for everybody taking the course or the course in general. The note on the training is for this employee taking the course. And before we close, let's just take a step back and have a look at the trainings list. Again, you will see that this shows every combination of employee and courses. So John taking HSSE, Mana taking HSSE, Pat taking HSSE, and similar again, John taking employee self-service, Mana taking employee self-service, and Pat taking employee self-service. So you can see an employee name repeated multiple times for different courses. And here you'll see some of these courses have a due date, some do not have a due date. So this is a fairly flexible workflow, but I hope you're starting to get an idea of how you might build out tracking of your employees' development and training within your organization.